Marshals look alive. We're going in less than 5. That's a pretty good start for door-to-door short course racing. Mike Gilson looked like he got it wrong early. Good benefit there for Riley Sorgen. Dan Jones going to lead us out ahead of Jeff Piske. Looks like Riley Sorgen up a spot. And Phil Patete, Nick Peters, Jeremy Zucker off to a decent start. Then Gilson, who's recovering, and Wolbers. The lead lap starts with Dan Jones nice and tight to the pipe at the end of the 5-pack. Piske taps out. That's going to leave Sorgen to second. But then there's Phil and Nick right behind Riley. 2, 3, 4 battle into the chicane. We got Riley ahead of Phil and Nick. Then Jeff, who's recovering. Wolbers and Zucker. Yeah, we lost Jeremy that lap. He'll get back after it. Watching the back 5-pack. Still there. Great job, Nick Peters marshaling that truck. 3 laps in the books, and they're all Dan Jones laps. Into the back 5, the orange, yellow, and white going to be our leader. Good start here for Dan Jones. He's starting on a TQ pace. Riley Sorgen trying to match it. Here comes Jeff Piske after a long lap. He's recovering nicely. Jeff doing a 17-0 last lap, backing it up with a 16-7. Here comes Jeff Piske. Nick Peters making his way up to 4th spot ahead of Zucker. Then it looks like we got Gilson, Patete, and Wolbers rounding it out. Everybody's still on the lead lap, and it starts with Dan Jones. Dan Jones down the short chute into that center triple. The white, yellow, and orange still our leader. Back a little ways. It's 4 seconds by time to Riley Sorgen, the black, blue, and pink. The yellow and gray, that's Jeff Piske, and the yellow and white, that's Nick Peters, who just did a 16-8. They're separated a ways from that Gilson, Zucker, Patete, and Wolbers battle. That's a 4-way fight, but it's right in front of our leader. So give Dan Jones some room when you see him coming, and then that's all for position when he clears it. Dan Jones, our leader, give him some room, that white and orange, but then behind him will be all for position. 2 down, 3 to go. Jeff Piske trying to close back in on Riley Sorgen and doing so successfully. So your leader coming off the 5-pack. Those 4 trucks bouncing behind him are the back 4. Here's that 2-3 battle now. It's Sorgen and Piske. Riley Sorgen, Jeff Piske, nose to tail down the front straight. The black, pink, and blue, and the gray and yellow is your 2-3 battle. And the white and yellow just a straightaway behind. That's Nick Peters, who continues to click off good laps. Dan Jones leading us out on a TQ pace over at the chicane. Great race working here for Dan Jones, but the battle going to be Sorgen and Piske. Riley got it just up on the pipe. Jeff ended up in the back of the truck instead of passing it. They're working in behind Nate Wolbers here. Nate has made his way up to 5th, but he's got that 2-3 battle right behind him. Great job there letting the leaders through. Sorry it took a toll on you. Sorgen and Piske nose to tail for another 2 minutes. Riley Sorgen trying to hold off Jeff Piske. Nice and tight through the chicane. Good lines off that center triple. It's a great battle. The next 1, 2, 3. It's 4 trucks back. They're a long way in front of Nick Peters, who's got the leader Dan Jones behind him. Watch at the end of the chicane. Patete taking a roll. Sorgen gets it wrong. Piske going to take the spot now. Jeff Piske up to number 2. 1:35 to go. Best battle still that 2-3 battle in the back 5. Jeff Piske taking the front flip. Riley Sorgen taking the position. Mike Gilson trying to pick up some pace. He's a lap down on those 2 trucks on either side of him, though. 1:20 to go. It is for position with Jeremy Zucker behind Riley Sorgen, though, if Mike Gilson should see Jeremy Zucker. 1:15 to go. Jones, our leader, going into that back 5-pack, the orange and white. He's on an 18:504 TQ pace with just over a minute to go in this one. The pace will get quicker all day in this class, that's for sure. Jeff Piske now with a little breathing room from 2nd. Riley Sorgen sitting 3rd. Nick Peters 4. Then Patete, Gilson, Zucker, and Wolbers with 55 seconds to go. Dan Jones, 18:504 pace in this one. Has nothing but clean trackside dirt in front of him now. The white and orange into the chicane and going for a roll. 17-2 that time by for Jones. That might take him off a TQ pace. We'll have to check it. 35 seconds to go. Piske all alone for 2nd, but putting up a 5th quick time. Sorgen and Peters well into the green. Bobble by Riley Sorgen, though, going to bring Nick Peters into play. There's the 3-4 battle down the short chute and over the center triple. It's Riley Sorgen and Nick Peters battling right in front of Dan Jones with 15 seconds to go. They should get one more lap. They will get one more lap, and it'll be the final lap. 10 seconds to go. Dan Jones going to be on his final lap, trying to steal the TQ spot, at least for now. Sorgen with some breathing room to Peters, but might have to let the leader through. Time about to expire. Jeff Piske, you are caught at the line. Finish the laps you're on. Here comes Dan Jones. And he is going to grab the TQ, 18.507. Phil still racing. Easy in the braking zone. That's a race. Jones, Piske, Sorgen holds off Peters, Patete, Gilson, Zucker, and Wolbers.